everybody, it's Teresa. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to do a twisted herringbone bracelet today. Not at all hard. Quite similar to the tubular herringbone we did, just a little bit different. Not hard at all. I've got Miyuki 80 turquoise Ceylon seed beads. I've got Miyuki 80 luminous cotton candy. I've got Miyuki 80 white Ceylon. I've got some 11-0s in these galvanized silvers that I use a lot, Miyuki, and I'm just going to use this for the clasp part. I've got a little toggle clasp in here and a couple of wire guardians, and I should have a couple of jump rings, but I forgot to get them out, but I will. I've got my 8-pound fire line. I'm using the crystal, the white today, because these beads are really light. I've got my scissors to cut my fire line. I've got my chain nose pliers and my bent chain nose pliers to put my clasp on at the end, and I use the chain nose pliers to flatten my thread so I can get it through the needle. I've got 2 size 11 tulip beading needles here. I'm only going to be using one, but I always have an extra in case I lose one. I've already got my thread, or my needle threaded, and I'm leaving about a 12-inch tail because I'm going to come back and sew my wire guardian on at the end. And I think that's everything, so I'll pour out some of my beads and I'll be back. I forgot, but I guess you saw I've got my crochet hook that I'm going to use to try to help hold it steady. We're going to start this out just like we did the tubular herringbone, and I'll link that one up in the corner of this video and in the description box below in case you want to go back and look at it. I hope these beads are they're not at all opaque. They're very shiny, but I tried to find some bright ones that would contrast well against each other so you could see what I'm doing. I'm going to do 6 rows of the 2 stacks of beads like we did in the, 3 rows of 2 stacks of beads. It'll be 6 beads around like we did in the other one. And you can do any pattern you want to. You could do 2 rows of turquoise, 2 rows of pink, 2 rows of white, or 3 rows of turquoise and 3 rows of pink and no white, or you could do 6 different colors of 6 different beads if you wanted to. But I'm going to do 2 rows of my turquoise, and I'm going to split my colors up with the white, but I'm going to start with ladder stitch. So I'm going to pick up 4 of my turquoise, and I'm going to go up through the first 2. And just ladder stitch those 2 right next to each other. Now I'm going to reinforce, so I'm going to go down these 2. Go back up these first 2. And back down these 2. Now I'm going to do 1 row of the white between my colors. So I'm going to pick up 2 white. I'm going to ladder stitch them on here and reinforce. Ouch, and I stuck myself. And now I'm going to do 2 rows of my pink. So I'm going to pick up 2 pink and ladder stitch them on. Now I want to do another row of pink. So I'm going to have 2 rows of turquoise, a row of white, 2 rows of pink, and a row of white is what I'm planning. So now I'm going to do 2 more pink. Reinforce these. And now I'm going to do 1 row of white. That'll be a total of 6 here. Now I'm going to fold these together just like I did in the tubular herringbone that we did. I'm just going to fold them together and I'm going to stitch them, sew them together, make them into a tube. So I'm going to, coming out of the bottom of these 2 white, I'm going to go up the bottom of these 2 turquoise. And I'm just going to go around these a few times to get them sewed together good. Okay, now I'm going to come out top of these 2 turquoise. Now I'm going to put my crochet needle up through here so I can hold it steadier. Okay, there we go. Now, let me, hold on just a second, let me reposition my camera. Okay, I think as many as I've done of these by now, I'd have my camera position right to begin with. But, okay, so first I'm going to just do 1 row of herringbone like we did the other time. So I've got 2 turquoise here, so I'm going to pick 2. I'm going to put the same beads on top of the same beads every time. So I'm coming out this turquoise, so I'm going to pick up 2 turquoise and go from the top of this turquoise into the top of this turquoise. Pull my thread through. Don't get hooked around my crochet hook. Make sure my beads land with their holes facing up. Now I'm going to go up this next beading line, which is my white. Now next I've got a white and a pink, so I'm going to pick up a white and a pink. Go from the top of this white into the top of this pink. It's just determined to get hooked around that crochet hook. Okay, now I'm going to go up this pink. My next 2 beads are a pink and a white, so I'm going to pick up a pink and a white. I'm going to go down from the top of this pink down into the top of this white. And this is my step up, so I'm coming out this second white one. I'm going to go over here and go up these 2 turquoise ones. Okay, now I'm going to start my twisted herringbone. So I'm coming out, my next 2 beads are 2 turquoise, so I'm going to pick up 2 turquoise. I'm going to go down, go from the top of this turquoise to the top of this turquoise, just like I have been. But this time, instead of going up the next 1, I'm going to go down here and go up the next 2 white ones. Now my next 2 beads are a white and a pink, so I'm going to pick up a white and a pink. I'm going to go down the next one, which is the pink. Make sure my beads are sitting with their holes facing up. Now I'm going to go down here and go up the next 2 pink. I'm always going down 1, up 2 until I get to my step up. Now the next 2 beads in line are a pink and a white, so I'm going to pick up a pink and a white. Go down the next. Now this is my step up. I'm going to go down my 1 white bead. Make sure my holes are sitting right. And I'm going to go down here and go up 3 of my turquoise. That's going to be my step up. pretty tight where I ladder stitched them together. You don't have to go up all 3 of them at once if you can. I'm just going to go up to 2, and then I'll go up that last one there. That's my step up. Now, just like before, so that I can keep up with where my step up is, I'm going to lay my beads out in little piles. I know I'm always going to be putting on 2 pink, 2 turquoise, and 2 white. So I'm going to lay them out in a little pile here, away from my other beads. Now, push this down on my crochet hook a little bit farther so I have room to maneuver a little better. So I'm coming out of the top of this turquoise bead on the right, so my next 2 beads are turquoise. I want to put 2 turquoise on top of these 2 turquoise, so I'm going to pick up 2 turquoise. I'm going to go from the top of this turquoise into the top of this turquoise. Make sure my beads sit where their holes facing up. Now I'm going to go up 2 of the white. Always down 1, up 2, until we get to the step up. Now the next 2 beads are a pink, or a white and a pink. So I'm going to pick up a white and a pink out of my little pile. I'm going to go down from the top of this white into the top of this pink. Make sure my holes are sitting the way that I want them to, face up. Now I'm going to go down here and go up 2 of the pink. Now I've only got 2 beads left in my little pile, a pink and a white. So I'm going to pick up a pink and a white, and I know this is my step up. So I'm going to go down this white, and then I'm going to go up 3 of the turquoise. Now in this case, if I want to not have to put them in little piles, I can just remember every time I'm getting ready to go up my turquoise, that's my step up. So my next 2 beads that I want to put on top of the 2 beads that are there are turquoise. So I'm going to pick up 2 turquoise. I'm going to go down this 1 turquoise. And up 2 of the white. And I'm going to pick up a white and a pink. Those are my next 2 beads. I'm going to go down the 1 pink. And I'm going to go up 2 pink. And my next 2 beads in line are a pink and a white. So I'm going to pick up a pink and a white. Go from the top of this pink down this 1 white bead, and I'm about to go up my turquoise, so I know this is my step up because I'm back around to here to my turquoise. So I'm going to go up 3 of my turquoise. Now it's just barely starting to twist there, but you can kind of see that it's starting to twist. So now I'm going to pick up 2 turquoise because that's the next 2 that I want to put beads on top of. I'm going to go down 1. Up 2. Now I need a white and then a pink. I'll go down down 1. Up 2. Now I've got a pink and a white next, so I'm going to pick up a pink and a white. I'll go down 1. I'm back around here to my turquoise. So I know that's my step up. So I'm going to go up 3. those two beads didn't land the way they should have with their holes pointing up. Okay, now I'm on top of my 2 turquoise, so I'm going to pick up 2 turquoise. I'll go down 1, up 2. Next 2 beads are a white and a pink, so I'm going to pick up a white and a pink. Go down 1, up 2. Next 2 beads are a pink and a white, so I'm going to pick up a pink and a white. Down 1, and I'm back around here to my turquoise, so I know this is my step up. So I'm going to go up 3 of the turquoise. And it's beginning to twist there. So I'm gonna keep going, and I'll come back in a minute and show you how it's twisting more. Okay, I've got a little more done here. I've got about 3 inches done here, and you can see how it spirals. And I'm going to add thread. I wouldn't have come back to add thread because I'm going to do it just like I did in that other one, but I thought I would come back and show you because you can see better the spiral now. So I'm just going to end off this old thread just like I did in that other video. I'm just going to go down. I'm coming out where I stepped up, and I'm not going to bother putting my new thread in first. I'll be able to remember that I'm coming out this turquoise bead here. So I'm just going to go down through my work here, and find a thread bridge here. I don't know why these thread bridges want to hide from me. They know I'm going to find them. There we go. Now come through my loop, pull my thread through really slowly. Make sure it comes down between those beads. Now I'm going to sew down through a few more beads. Find a thread bridge here. Go through my loop. Bring my thread down slowly. Go through a few more beads. Find my thread bridge, go through my loop, bring my thread down slowly, go through a few more beads, cut off my thread. Now I've got another thread here with a stop bead on it. Now I've just left about, I think I meant to just leave it. I think I put it, okay, I didn't put a stop bead on it yet. I'm just going to take the stop bead off down here and put it on this one. Thought I did that, but I didn't. I'm just going to leave about 6 inches of tail on this, to just enough to sew in. And I'm just going to come down in here, into my project anywhere, put my needle through, pull it through till my stop bead stops it. Now I'm going to tie a 1/2 inch knot right here just to anchor my thread, because I don't want, when I get up here, I have been telling y'all to just go on up here and go on with your stitch, but I got to thinking that probably was not good, because you know, if you pull hard enough, this stop bead could, your thread could come on through and this stop bead could pull out. So it's a good idea to anchor it before you get up there and start doing your stitching. So I'm gonna just do a little 1/2 inch knot here to anchor my new thread in place. And that's pretty good. That's not going anywhere. So I'm in this white strip. I'm just gonna sew up a few more beads and then hop over here into this turquoise strip, which is where I want to be coming out. Now I'm just going to start my stitch again, and of course I'll come back and take that stop bead off and sew that in. So I'm just going to pick up 2 turquoise, because I'm putting 2 turquoise on top of 2 turquoise. I'm going to go down 1, make my beads set with their holes facing up, go up 2, my next beads in line are a white and a pink, so I'm going to pick up a white and a pink, go down the pink, go up the next 2 pink, always down 1 and up 2, and my next 2 are a pink and a white. So I'm going to go down the 1 white, and I'm back around to my turquoise, so I know this is where my step up is, so I'm going to go up 3. And that's how you get your little spiral. Now, I don't want to be confusing, but then again, I don't want y'all to think that I'm saying this is the only way to do this. There's another way to do this. I'm going down 1 bead and coming up 2, and then coming up 3 for my step up. You can do it where you go down 2 beads and come up 1 and never do a step up. Just keep coming down 2, going up 1 all the way around. And that will work too. It will give you a more dramatic spiral if you do it that way. And I've done it both ways, and I just personally just prefer the more gradual spiral, but you can certainly do it the other way. You know, you just do like I did, just do a little strip of each way and see which one you like best. Like I said, it will just give you a more dramatic spiral, and I just prefer the more gradual spiral. But it will work, and I said I don't mean to be confusing, but then again, I don't want you to think that this is the only way to do it. It's not. So I'm going to finish this and get to the length I want, and then I'll come back and finish it off and put the wire guard on. Okay, I've got my length done now. This is what I've got. Pretty little spiral. Now I'm going to sew these ends together because they're disconnected here at the end, so I'm just going to sew them together. So I'm going to go down. I'm coming out this turquoise bead right here. I'm going to go down these 2. Then I'm going to go up these 2 white ones. And then I'm going to go back here and go back down these 2 turquoise ones. Just to get a thread between them there, to get them sewed together. Go back up these 2 white ones. I'll turn it, and I'm going to go down these 2 pink ones. Up these 2 pink ones, back down these 2 pink ones, back up these 2 pink ones. Now I'm going to turn it and go down these 2 white ones, up these 2 turquoise ones, down these two white ones. Back up these two turquoise ones. So now I've got a thread between all the ones at the end there. I've got them all sewed together. So now I'm going to put my wire guardian on here. So I've got my 11/0 silver. I'm going to pick up 2 of those, and I'm going to pick up one of my white 8/0s. I'm going to pick up my wire guardian, go through one channel, come back down the other channel, and make sure to pinch my wire guardian so that the thread will land in the channel. I'm going to go back down into my 8/0. Now I pick up 2 more 11/0s. And I'm going to go down. I'm coming out, my 2 11/0s I started with are coming out of the first, the one set of turquoise. I'm going to go down into the other set. I'm going to go down 2. Pull my thread through, make sure not to get it caught around your wire guardian. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go up these white ones next to it, these 2 white ones. I'm going to pick up 2 more 11/0s. I'm going to go up my 8/0 and up my wire guardian. I'm going to pull it tight because I don't want my 11/0s to get loose. Go back down the other channel of my wire guardian and back through my 8/0. I'll squish my little wire guardian a little bit there. Back through my 8/0. Pinch my wire guardian so the thread will land in the channel. Pull it tight so the 11/0s don't get loose. I'm going to pick up 2 more 11/0s. And I'm going to go into the next column of beads, which is the pink ones. Go down 2. Now I'm going to go up these 2 in the next column. I'm going to pick up 2 more 11/0s. I'm going to go back up my 8/0, back up the wire guardian. Pull everything nice and tight so it doesn't get loose. I'm going to go back down the wire guardian, back into that 8/0. Hold on to my wire guardian so the thread will land in there like it's supposed to. Now I'm going to pick up 2 more 11/0s and go in this last column that I don't have any 11/0s attached to. And I'm just going to go down 2 of those. So that's what I got there. I got little 11/0s coming out of each of my little columns, connected my wire guardian. Just going to make sure to pull tight and make sure they're all good and tight and not loose. Now I'm just going to take my thread and go down through here and tie some half-inch knots, and then I'm going to take my stop bead off the other side and do the same thing on the other side, and then I'll come back and we'll put the clasp on. Okay, there we go. I got the wire guards on here now, and I'm just going to put the clasp on. These make real pretty necklaces. I've made a lot of long necklaces with these. You don't have to do 6 rows. You can do 2 and make like a thin rope, make it with 11/0s and put a pendant on it. I've done that. There's lots of things you can do with it. So I'm just going to take my jump ring here and put my clasp on. sure it'll clasp here. So there we go. A little tubular twisted herringbone bracelet. Really easy to do. Hold on, I'll get some of my beads cleaned up and I'll be back. Okay, there we go. A little twisted tubular herringbone bracelet. You can make some really pretty designs with these. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed to my channel and watched my videos and liked and commented on my videos. I have a website where I sell my jewelry. It's Teresa's Handmade Jewelry, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below in case you're interested, along with a link to my Facebook and Instagram and my email. If you haven't, I'd really love it if you'd subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. So until next time, I hope you all have a great day. Take care.